Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we'll be doing an unboxing and review video for the 1/6 scale Sephiroth, the One-Winged Angel by GameToys. This is yet another unlicensed release based on the ever-popular characters from Final Fantasy VII Remake.
A touching reunion.
There aren't many video game villains with the same notoriety as Sephiroth. Everything about this character, from his comically long sword, to his rapid descent into madness, to that one badass theme music, makes him instantly recognizable. These days, when he's not busy breaking our hearts in one of the most shocking video game moments, he can be seen breaking the internet by showing up in the most unexpected places. Released in 2021, not only was GameToys audacious enough to use the name Sephiroth smack in the title, the box art is also graced with this bold and simple elegance. I'm loving this feather motif that's all over the packaging. The likeness on both portraits are absolutely sublime. Sephiroth's sinister glare and smirk are so lifelike it's as if he's piercing right into your soul, and his green cat-like eyes are hauntingly beautiful. I'm very glad GameToys went with this sculpted hair because they totally nailed his signature style. If this was rooted hair, not only would this cut be difficult to replicate, maintaining a consistent quality across a production level would be an absolute nightmare. And while we're here, Sephiroth's hair is a unique blend of hard plastic for most of the sculpts, with soft plastic forming the tips. One lasting point of contention in terms of design choice is the opacity of the hair tips. Admittedly, I was a skeptic as well, but having the figure for about a week now, I'm more than convinced that GameToys had made the right call. It doesn't look out of place in normal settings, and under the proper lighting, Sephiroth's hair shines with a silver lining. And the hype continues onto the costume. There's a lot of thought that went into every detail. The coat is made of this quality leather material. And let's ignore this strange opening on the back for now, because this beautiful embossing all throughout the coat is where the money's at. The signature soldier harness is completely sculpted and permanently affixed to the chest, which is buried under this brilliant prop zipper that goes all the way down the coat, with a set of working straps and buckles. There's also a shimmery lining inside, complete with a wire in the coattail that can be easily shaped. The pauldrons are a spectacle too. The sculpting, size, and glossy finish are spot on, with a magnet that snaps onto the coat. Best of all, each pauldron is composed of 3 separate pieces, thus allowing a bit of movement that organically complements the shoulder articulations. The gauntlets and silver bracelets are one sculpted piece, but the wrinkles and patterns did not go amiss. This belt buckle with a wing motif is unique to the remake, with 4 individually linked feather ornaments exactly like in the game. Out of the box, these 3 windy belts were pre-assembled. The only thing I had to do was attaching the ends to this tiny slit, which was way harder than it looks. I'm not sure why you would take these belts apart, because GameToys included an assembly guide especially for this. There's even a warning that frequent dis and reassembly will likely cause damage.
Don't try it!
Anyway, the pants are fantastically tailored with the same quality leather. And lastly, the boots are sculpted in soft plastic, with a shiny set of prop zippers painted in, a set of rings over the calves that are separately attached, and outsoles that are slightly weathered. Now for the articulations. Overall, they're actually pretty good, but there is a catch. Since the hair is completely sculpted, there's next to no articulations for the neck. The head can tilt up and down a little bit, with an equally limiting left to right swing. This basically rules out any big action poses that require Sephiroth to turn his head, which is a shame because the costume, intricate as it is, does little to hinder the exceptional articulations for the rest of the body. Sephiroth can easily do the silly T-pose that he always did in the OG FF7. The elbow bend and swivel are brilliant. There's even a little ab crunch under these layers of belts, a full bend at the knee, and an equally robust pelvis motion. The ankle movement is surprisingly good, despite the somewhat stiff boots. So in short, the inability to turn his head like Batman is a total bummer, but Sephiroth still looks downright menacing given the range of poses that he's capable of. And that's in no small part thanks to the magnificent accessories, starting with his iconic personal weapon, the Masamune. This sword is another example of the love and care that GameToys have for the source material. The slotted design on the guard is game accurate, and the texture on the handle makes it look authentically wrapped. The blade itself is made of alloy with a majestic curve. This wavy pattern, also known as hamon, is elegantly printed throughout the blade. Be careful with the tip because it's very sharp. Not to mention, this thing is heavy and righteously enormous. But like the madman that he is, Sephiroth can single-handedly hoist this thing up like it's a feather. Oh, and because the joints are so strong, I highly recommend using a hair dryer to slightly heat up the hand parts before taking them apart, or inserting the Masamune. Next, who is the one-winged angel without his wing? This impressive contraption is made from actual feathers, with a fluffy lining on the shoulder. You might recall this notch on Sephiroth's back earlier. It's actually for inserting this little nub, which forms the base of the wing. A single wire is then attached here, allowing for some articulation. Combined with a bendable wire that runs along the shoulder, you have a fully functioning wing that is just incredible to behold. Wrapping things up is this display stand, with an option for dynamic aerial poses. It's even got a neat little nameplate. And if it's any easier, you can install the clip on Sephiroth's back first, then screw in the flexible tubing. And once it's all done, Sephiroth will look effortlessly radiant. For the size comparison, here we have Cloud by VTS Toys, and Tifa by War Story. And if you're interested, there's a review for both of these on this channel. Standing at about 6'7", Sephiroth is a tall dude, but that was not lost in translation, as the figure stands a little over 13 inches here. This VTS Cloud, on the other hand, I'd say is a little too tall for the scale. Next, let's pitch Sephiroth against his colleagues in the world of Super Smash Bros., starting with Link by Medicom, Terry, Are You Okay? Bogard by Worldbox, and DLC Fighter No. 1, this, Piranha Plant. I wish that was a joke. And finally, here's Sephiroth next to his PlayArts Kai equivalent. As a 6-scale collector, I am partial to the GameToys version, but after posing with both of these for this shot, I definitely see the strengths in each format. So there you have it, the 1/6 scale Sephiroth by GameToys. This release wasn't perfect, but even so, it has surpassed all my expectations for an unlicensed product, with 2 breathtaking portraits, a set of marvelous costume, and some phenomenal accessories. The gorgeous sculpted hair meant that the neck articulations became an unfortunate but necessary sacrifice. And for as long as Sephiroth is looking straight ahead, this figure will commandeer the shelf presence of any display. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.